you see, the television has brought everything. It has become an indispensable part of most households. Hmm. And is it just a harmless entertainer, or is it controlling your mind? My question. Now, I want to talk to you about two things that are there. How our mind works, a very important thing. So, there is a conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is responsible for logic and reasoning. That is what gives you reason to do something or not to do something. It basically figures out what is good or bad for us. The subconscious mind is only a storehouse of memories and emotions. It cannot determine what is good or what is bad. It is just like a file. Okay, you keep on filing papers into the file. It just does that, the subconscious mind. It records every single experience. Whatever you go through, it will record that experience. Okay, like a suitcase or a briefcase. Say you experience things through your senses. It could be your eyes, ears, nose, whatever. Okay, the five senses give you an experience, right? And then what happens? That is immediately perceived by the conscious mind. The conscious mind perceives the sensory inputs. Inputs are coming from the five sense organs, and the conscious mind interprets these inputs. Okay, it is determining these inputs, and it sends to the subconscious mind. What does the subconscious mind do? It stores it, right? It stores the input that is coming from the conscious mind. So it acts later at some other point in time. If you experience the same input again, same experience again, same sensory inputs, if you come across, what will it do? The subconscious mind, it will go back and access its storehouse of information. Okay, and it sends back data to the conscious mind, and the conscious mind will react accordingly. I'll give you one example. For instance, a stove. Okay, the sense organs have come next to a stove. And how will you feel? What will you feel when you're next to a stove? What will you feel when you're next to a stove? Heat, right? The skin is feeling heat, and maybe you're also seeing that it is fire, right? So like that, what happens? It goes to the conscious mind. It interprets this input, sends to the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind, what it will do, if it has experienced heat earlier or fire earlier, it will access the storehouse, and then it will send data back to the conscious mind saying, hey, listen, if you put your finger or any part of your body into the stove, it will get burnt. So the conscious mind will react accordingly. So it is a conscious mind that actually determines whether something is right or wrong. But subconscious mind only gives data. Okay, only gives data to the conscious mind. Now, because the subconscious mind cannot determine what is right or wrong, okay, the stove, if you replace the stove with, say, a glass of alcohol, what will happen is the subconscious mind has only stored the experience of happiness that the alcohol gave. Only that experience is stored, and that experience is what it goes back to the conscious mind, and the conscious mind is tricked into thinking that the alcohol will give, consuming alcohol will give a great experience. Okay, so this is how we will get addicted. This is how we can take wrong choices, make wrong choices, or take wrong decisions because of the subconscious mind's inability to determine what is right and what is wrong. So the subconscious mind is very powerful. Even though the conscious mind is just like the tip of the iceberg, the subconscious mind is a very powerful entity, which is the actual iceberg beneath the surface. So we have to watch what gets into our subconscious mind. Therefore, watching television is not an innocent experience of entertainment. Many of these things are going to go and sit into our subconscious mind, and that is what will determine our behavior at a later point in time. So if you see all these reality television things that are there, You see controversy, you see adultery, you see violence, fraud. These will percolate into our lives at a later point in time. Okay. And that is what causes immature behavior, relationship complications, negative mentality, misinterpretations, deviation from cultural and social roots. We become more lusty, angry, confused, forgetful, and intellectually dull because of these influences.